Hey, what's going on? It's Gage here from the Football Friends podcast with some fabulous news today. Well, fabulous for me, maybe not so much for our other host, Paddy, but Manchester United has been triumphant against Liverpool in a classic derby. So, Manchester United have won 2-1 at Old Trafford, and this is also Eric Ten Hag's first win. Now, everybody completely doubted this match and wrote off Manchester United for this one. And I'll admit, so did I. I was convinced that we would lose this match. We had lost our last one 4-0 to Liverpool, I'm pretty sure. So we conceded 9 goals last season, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty bad. So, I was hoping for, a nice maybe 2-0 loss. Not going to lie. I was convinced we were going to lose, and I was just hoping it wouldn't be by too much. But look, maybe I shouldn't have been the doubter here because the boys did come out on top. We had two fantastic goals. One from Jadon Sancho, where he absolutely dropped James Milner, who slid in, and he just took a little touch, composed, kind of a fake shot, and then just slotted in past Alisson. It was beautiful. Such composure. That was really good from Jadon Sancho. And then the second one was Rashford in the second half. He got played in by Martial from a very nice through ball, and he scored 1-on-1 against Alisson. Now, there was some call on this one for it being offside. I kind of thought it was at the time, but I don't know. It's hard to know when you're looking at an angle on the pitch. Either way, they did check it with VAR and declared it to be onside. So, I mean, I'm just going to leave it at that. That's not the purpose of this video. So, yeah, fantastic win. Ten Hag's first win is against our bitter rivals, Liverpool. I mean, what else can you ask for? This actually causes Manchester United to jump ahead of Liverpool in the table. We have 3 points, and then they have 2 from the 2 draws that they had previously. Another part of this was Ten Hag's bold decision to drop captain Harry Maguire and also Cristiano Ronaldo. And look, I think this was largely a tactical decision. I don't necessarily know if it was because of form. It's hard to say. I think that we needed more runners. We needed pace up front. So we started with Rashford, Sancho, and Elanga. And we also needed pace at the back. And Harry Maguire is certainly not fast, and Ronaldo's not slow, he's just not that kind of player, I guess. He's more of a target man, I guess. So this pairing of Varane and Martinez was actually amazing, and that's how they lined up in that preseason match, which was also fantastic. I really like this pairing of Martinez and Varane. I think that is perfect for the club going forward. There's a lot of pace, a lot of grit, and all that in that pair seems perfect to me. I'd like to see more of that, to be honest. And if that means dropping Harry Maguire, like, what's the... I don't see the loss. Salah did manage to scrape a goal back at the end, but this was kind of a little bit lucky. Like, there was a shot first, it was saved, and sort of just landed in Salah's lap, and he kind of got a free goal there. And I won't lie, look, the match was shaky. Liverpool did end up having like 70% possession or something, and we played on the counter attack, and it worked very well. But I was worried that the entire second half I was like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. Like, we're gonna bottle this. But it still did feel like we'd get something out of it, and I'm so stoked that we actually managed to get away with all 3 points here. But I suppose I should be real here and say, look, a lot of this is down to Liverpool as well. They currently have 10 injuries. So, I mean, look, we've played Liverpool at a really good time. So I'm happy to walk away with the points because they were missing quite a few players. Like, their whole midfield was just shocking because they didn't have Keita, Thiago Alcantara, and Fabinho wasn't fit enough to start either. So, and not Curtis Jones. So they were down to, it was Jordan Henderson, Milner, and can't remember right now. But yeah, it wasn't a strong midfield. And you could see it in that match. The midfield in particular struggled a lot. They were forced to play it out wide for a lot of the game, and we were sort of just able to shut them down quite well. Fantastic games from both Malesia and from Dello, playing those wings really well. I'll go through the match ratings in a moment. Mo Salah kind of got controlled by Malesia the whole game. That was quite good to see. So Casemiro was at the match. He was unable to be registered in time to play in this match. But look, I think that's a good that's a good demonstration to show him that we mean business for when he arrives. So if anything, if we can beat Liverpool now, it's going to be good to have Casemiro in there too. That's only going to help. And so, yeah, good. First win in the books. That's what we needed. And so let's talk about these player ratings, because some I agree with and some I don't exactly. So, first of all, De Gea, 7. Yep, that seems pretty fair to me. He had a couple of saves, but generally didn't have a lot to do. Distribution was better because he didn't play it short at all. In fact, he kicked long balls the whole game, and that was probably the best move on a team that presses like Liverpool. Diego Dello also had a pretty good game. Pretty good. I don't know if I'd go as high as 8. Maybe I'd go 7 for Diego Dello. He did control Luis Diaz very well, but he was under a lot of pressure in this game, and he did give up the ball quite a lot. And well, it says here he picked up a booking for a foul, and that actually wasn't really much of a foul. It looked like to me that he actually took the ball, so that card's kind of BS. But yeah, I don't know. He could have looked more comfortable. That's all I'll say. Now this is funny for me. Like Varane an 8, Martinez a 9. Honestly, I would have thought Varane was the 9 in this game. I felt like Varane must have won about 20 headers in this game. I don't actually think he stepped a foot wrong in this entire match. He was incredible. I honestly think, how was Harry Maguire ever starting ahead of Varane? Unless it was due to injuries. So, in my opinion, I would have put Varane with this 9. And Lisandro Martinez would have had the 8. So, Martinez in particular did have a very, very good game. He was hard on the tackle, tenacious, and all of that stuff. It was awesome. Great to see from him. Especially after the last match where he did struggle. He completely turned that around for this game. So that's amazing. Young player, there is a tremendous amount of potential there, and that's great to see. In fact, they agree with this 9 so much that apparently Martinez has been included in the Premier League Team of the Week. So he comes in, with Saliba, another very quality young defender coming through the ranks. So Martinez has made it into his first player of the week. Why not? Okay, next up, Tyrone Malesia. Yeah, definitely, I'll give him an 8. He kept Salah quiet that whole game, and it was awesome. Definitely looked like an upgrade on Luke Shaw to me. Scott McTominay. Decent. I'm a big critic of Scotty, I suppose, but felt like he had a good game in this game. He won the ball back. He did some passes that were good. He didn't do anything really stupid. He wasn't doing these crazy wild tackles or anything like that. Decent, yeah. Probably didn't see much of him in the second half. And things kind of changed when they sort of changed the formation at the end of the game. So, yeah, Christian Eriksen, he just did his job just behind the scenes. Maybe he didn't get as many touches as he should have in the game because we didn't have a lot of possession, but he did exactly what he needed to do, short passes, and they were good. Same for Bruno. Again, probably there was a better performance of him in recent months, like it says. He did create a bit more, but then, he did have his... He wore the armband. He was the captain for this game, but we did see a few kind of dumb antics from him. He, was holding the ball and stuff after Salah's goal, and, he did a dive, and kind of cringe. But, look, it also gets under the skin of other players. Anthony Elanga, didn't have the greatest of games, but he did have a chance in the first half where he hit the post, a one-on-one, and it could have been a goal. I mean, if he is a little bit more experienced, I think the thing with Elanga is he is rushed in too soon. He should probably go on loan if we weren't desperate for subs and things like that. But yeah, he just needs time to develop. Otherwise, he would have scored that goal. Okay, then these two, I don't know. Rashford and Sancho, 8 and 7. Yeah, Rashford played good. Rashford is a confidence player, and he seems to have gained a bit of confidence after this match. And so, because he scored, his goal was very ruthless. I'll agree with that. But I don't know. Aside from that, I felt like he was a little bit loose with the ball, and a lot of times he got caught out and tackled and all this stuff. So I don't know. 8 seems a little bit generous for me. I might have gone a 7, even with the goal. So yeah, I don't know. But it's good to see him getting back onto form. Jadon Sancho, well, again, I'll only go 7 because he got the goal. He scored that opening goal, which was pretty composed, and then we barely saw him for the rest of the game. So, yeah, kind of a shame. 7 is generous because he just disappeared after that goal. So, I don't know. And then, so subs. Anthony Martial, came on and created the second goal, assisted Rashford, and looked good. It would have been, I think maybe he wasn't fully fit, otherwise he would have started. Came on for Elanga and played a good part. Now, Fred came on towards the end, and yeah, he didn't get enough time to make a decent impact, but the problem was it sort of changed the formation. I think he took off Sancho and brought Fred on, and so we went to like a diamond midfield with 2 strikers, and this actually sort of screwed everything up. I actually felt like we were under more pressure with the extra midfielder, and that doesn't even really make sense. So I don't know what went wrong there, but I don't know. Just some bad luck about Scotty and Fred being on the pitch at the same time. And then right at the end, Ronaldo, Wan-Bissaka, and Donny came on and didn't really do a tremendous amount. Yeah, but overall, I'm very, very happy to win a game. And for it to be against Liverpool, that makes me happy. It means the podcast on Thursday is going to be very fun. I can't wait to discuss this one with Paddy. All right, well, thanks for listening to the Football Friends podcast. Like and subscribe and tell your friends. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers.